There are studies coming out now, and there are ample signs in the adverse event data being collected now that these products are not only immunomodulating the immune system and causing hyperinflammation. There are signs now that they are very negatively affecting CD8 T cell populations. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is extremely bad news if this is what's happening. And the data, it's only on a few people so far, but human studies are hard to do. So the data is going to start coming in, but it doesn't look good so far.
So we're talking about these, yeah, go ahead, please, sorry.
T cells are the so-called killer cells. So their job, as they are oriented by CD4 positive T cells, are to kill virally infected cells or infected cells that are showing markers of certain foreign substances or proteins on their surface. So if these populations are depleted, then that's very bad news, because we don't have a population of cells in the acquired arm of the immune system to remove virally infected cells. So we don't know yet, but there's something called, there's senescence, which is one thing that happens to older people. This is where your cells, they just outlast themselves. They get clonally exhausted. So anyway, I don't want to get too technical on the immunology stuff, but there are clear signs that are starting to originate that there's an immune deficiency syndrome coming about as a result of these products, as a result of hyperstimulation, TNF alpha being completely off the charts, T cell populations being and just the ever presence, if you keep injecting yourself, of a cytotoxic protein in the first place. So I would never, ever recommend that somebody who's immunocompromised or who has an autoimmune condition currently, if you have MS, if you have, which is demyelinating disease, don't go near these things, because I can almost guarantee you that your condition is going to get worse. Another thing that we're seeing in VAERS, for example, and in other adverse event data collection systems are cancers coming out of remission. And a lot of MDs are reporting this as well on the ground. And by the way, people, this has never, ever, ever happened before with any other vaccines, not on this scale, not even close. I can get into the numbers if you want. But this is very, very concerning. Another thing that's a very bad sign is the reemergence of what we call latent viral infections like herpes. So everybody knows someone who's gotten shingles, and I guarantee you that, after getting the injections. So there's something going on here that warrants investigation, and it doesn't look good in terms of what the products are supposed to be doing, which is nothing to the rest of the immune system, and allowing protective immunity to be provided against not only the original variants, but emerging variants, which it's not doing. The data is in Israel about Delta. I mean, nobody who's had 2 injections seems to be protected against Delta. So it doesn't look good, yeah.